Okay, this is the Pitt Platinum Lockhart. That's a combo. It's got the grill on the bottom and the vertical smoker above, or it's called a vertical smoker. I think it's more of a vertical warming rack, but this is the issue that I have, and I've had it less than 30 days, so it might be going back. The When you set the controls to smoke, right now it's set to smoke mode. S is for smoke. It's not in the instructions, but that's what it is. Anyways, the the bottom grill portion sits about 167. That's the lower part, the grill, and then the upper cabinet, the smoke, which they call the smoker, is sitting at 111. So unless you're doing cured meats, I don't know anybody that smokes at 111, 112. I prefer around 200, 225, somewhere around there. So even the lower part in smoke mode is a little low. 166 is lower than I typically go. Then what I also have is I have this probe one. It's one of their accessory probes. They do give you 4 spots for probes. They give you 2 accessory probes with it. So that part's nice. I love the display. That part of it I love. But I took the accessory probe, and I stuck it here in the side port, and that's the silver. I don't know if you can see it through the, there's not much smoke, so you can see it. And right below it, there's another probe going in there. That's mine. But anyways, so that one's reading 117 for the upper cabinet, and the upper cabinet itself is saying 111. So they pretty much correlate. They're not too bad. Oh, the smoke's kicking out again. So we are getting a fair amount of smoke when it starts dropping a pellet and getting the smoke going. So that part I'm happy with. The only problem is getting the temperature up top to go with the smoke together. Getting those two together is impossible on this grill. So anyways, we've got 112 in the upper warming cabinet smoker, 163 in the grill, which is too low for me, and 118 in the accessory probe. My fluke meter's got which is sitting right next to the accessory probe, is at 110, a few inches off, so I'm good with that. And right now, we're 48 degrees outside, and that's what you're seeing down below. So far, I'm still under my 30 days. This thing might be going back because I prefer to vertical smoke over smoking on the grill, but I haven't really done much smoking on the grill, so I'm going to try. I had a Bradley before this, and my trusty Dusty Bradley, which is over here, which I may still employ. I may still be using that for my vertical smoking. It's done a good job. It's older, needed updating, and I wanted to go to this new wood-fired pellet issue. So anyways, so far this thing's a fail for me as far as the smoke cabinet goes. The good parts are the fact that you get 4 probes to you buy 2 more on Amazon or whatever, and then you've got 2 probes that do come with it. The probes go down, and sorry, I'm one-handed here with the phone, and the probes go down, and there's a little storage area for it. I don't want my meter to fall. Yeah, let me kick it over. Open this up all the way, sorry. There we go. So there's the hopper, meat hooks they give you, the other probe, and then the probes plug in right up above here in the upper part. Hoping to put this thing on a tripod and actually do a full review on it. Just want to get this out here and decide whether or not this guy stays or goes. Don't worry, that's not a defect in the cabinet. It looks like the birds left me a present, so no big deal there. Also, the instructions, they tell you what this is for. This is cleaning out the ash. But these two, you can sort of tell intuitively a little bit what they do, but it's never talked about in the instructions. The instructions, pretty much, even the assembly part of it, I'll give you part of the fail there too. In the assembly, the first thing they tell you, and I checked it a dozen times, it comes without this shelf or this knob or the other linkage that goes with the knob. But these 2 rods, they're just on threaded knobs. The knobs are not on it, but the threaded rods are there. And even fully closed, they're still sticking out. There's no way to get them all the way in. So the first thing in the manual tells you to tip this thing on its side and lay it on its side, this side, on the ground. Now, I don't know how you could possibly do that with the rod sticking out and the chute for the grease trap chute, which is welded to it. There's no removing that either. So they want you to lay it, I guess, on those 2 rods and on that, which to me said, nope, not doing that. So I laid it on its back and, did it the opposite of what all the instructions say. So the instructions are, I don't know, they're loose at best. All they do from a operational standpoint, other than giving you some boilerplate guides on how to grill and how to smoke and heats and temperatures and stuff like that. They give you a little bit of boilerplate about that. They give you no details about this specific grill or even this specific control panel. They don't talk. They really talk about it. They show a picture of it. All they do is they say what each item is. And they say put it to smoke mode. Well, if you look, smoke looks like a 5. I know it's probably wiggling because of the double refresh, but anyways, looks like a 5. I mean, you assume that's smoke but how do you don't even know that smoke is a preset temperature. There's not a lot of detail in this manual. So anyways, now that we're done smoking, here's another fail. They give us nice backstop, so that way, with a nice stop, that way when you open up the lid for the grill, you're not going to be banging that in this handle into these handles or into these doors or whatever. So they give you a nice stop there to hold it up. And that's a great idea if it worked. There's the two handles touching each other. And if you can see, the stop is, you can't really tell here, but the stop is about, eighth of an inch away from each other. Stop doesn't even come into play. So luckily, it's just screw tapped there. So I might be able to bend it out and actually get the stop to start working. Or I'll probably just what I'll probably do is put a rubber bumper there. I'll measure what the temperature is on high heat though. Make sure I can put a rubber bumper there. So once I kick this thing up, I have done that. From that aspect, as far as the grill goes, I mean, chop off the top half because really right now, other than a warming rack, it's really not doing anything for me. But if you take the bottom and put something on it, like the other day I smoked chicken wings up top. I actually did do this test. I set the bottom to, I don't know, whatever, 350 or whatever. I threw some chicken wings in the top. I cranked it right away to the 350 mark because when it first starts dropping pellets, you get a tremendous amount of smoke. So I said, okay, what's it like when I get a lot of smoke in the beginning and virtually no smoke after that? And they weren't heavy smoke flavor, but they weren't bad. They weren't ridiculously bad. So I can almost live with it, but it's not the amount of smoke flavor I get when I do it in the Bradley. There's no doubt about it. So that was just one of the experiments I've done so far. So after I was done, though, the beauty that I did like is once I was done, I took it, put it down on the grill, I opened up the flame broiler, and I went to town on the wings and crisped them up, and they came out really well that way. So crispiness, they came out good, but I used to do the same thing. I used to take them out of the Bradley, pop them onto my gas grill, and do the same thing. So I didn't really gain an advantage there, but they did do it faster because of the amount of heat. This thing is a rocket ship when you crank it on high. So, all right, I'll post some more information about this thing as we go.